What's up, everybody? It's your boy Red X Black, and I'm back with another video. And I found this interesting little story that seems to have gone under the radar a bit. Apparently, the SARS-CoV-2, which is the coronavirus, a virus related to that virus, which is was found in a Chinese mine in 2013, and was sent to a Wuhan lab. Now, there's a theory that this virus started in a lab and was leaked, maybe by accident, maybe intentionally, but it was leaked somehow from a lab, and it ended up maybe during some animal testing, and the animals were sent to were accidentally put out to those wet markets, and somebody consumed the virus, started spreading it, and you know the rest. So those are just some few theories. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about this thing, but let's read this. It says a virus closely related to COVID-19 causing coronavirus was found um, in a Chinese mine more than a half a decade ago, according to an investigation. The UK's The Sunday Times newspaper reported that the sample of the close relation was stored in a Wuhan Institute of Virology, known for its research on coronaviruses. The family of pathogens that COVID-19 coronavirus is a member of. COVID-19 is caused by a coronavirus named SARS-CoV-2, or SARS-CoV-2, sorry. Not to be confused with the SARS disease behind an outbreak almost 20 years ago, which is triggered by another coronavirus called SARS-CoV. So the corona is a family of viruses, so there's different types of them. President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo have alleged SARS-CoV-2 emerged from a laboratory at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Now, it's strange for a president or Secretary of State to say something like that in the middle of something like this, even if it's true. But because China and the U.S. are like having this rivalry right now, like they're literally, we shut down a Houston Chinese what do you call it? It was one of their embassies. We shut down their embassy. They started burning the documents and everything. So yesterday, it was like late last night, China shut down one of the U.S. embassies in China. And so, you know, they said they were going to retaliate. So I guess that's how they were going to retaliate, by shutting down one of our embassies. So we're just going like this back and forth. So anything that's trying to get a leg up, I mean, they're talking about banning TikTok here. And then, so, you know, it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with China. And it's escalating. And really, it's constantly escalating. I remember when it was Russia for a minute that was the big boogeyman, but now it's China. And we're going at it with China constantly on every front. So that makes sense as to why they would say something like this, or they would put that out there. Hey, it might have started in the lab. According to the Times investigation, six workers in China came down with a severe pneumonia in spring of 2012 after cleaning bat feces from an abandoned copper mine near Tenguan, Yunnan province. The miners fell ill with symptoms similar to COVID-19, including fever, cough, sore limbs, and breathing difficulties. Two men died initially. The four survived men were tested for a raft of infections, but these came back negative. Okay. At the time, doctors sent blood samples from the patients the Wuhan Institute of Virology to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, where Shengli, I'm so sorry, I'm butchering these names. Shai Shengli, a scientist dubbed Batwoman, due to her work on coronaviruses in these animals' works. Four of the two men were found to have antibodies for the unknown SARS-like coronavirus. One later died. The coronavirus was not named in the report. The men died of a fungus, according to a recent interview with by Scientific American. But she said they would have eventually caught a coronavirus had the mine not been quickly shut. Um, in the year following the incident, Shai and colleagues headed to the mine, collected feces samples from 276 bats and sent them to the Wuhan lab for storage and analysis. The team published a paper in the Journal of Virology. I'm just done with that. Seneca in 2016, based on this work, stating that they had found a new strain of SARS like coronavirus named I'm not even about to say that. You can read that right there. In February 2020, a SARS-CoV-2 was spread around the world, which is the coronavirus, the current COVID-19. Shai published an article in the journal in the journal Nature stating that the germ was closely related to the virus stored in the lab. The bat virus named RATG13 shared 96% of the genetic makeup of SARS-CoV-2, which is COVID-19, found in Yunnan province in 2013, the paper stated. So that is interesting. It's like all these little things keep adding up, but nobody wants to like say, hey, maybe it did come from the lab. Maybe it was an accidental leak. Maybe it was this. But the news focuses on shutting down things so quickly and shutting down conspiracies because they want to be the only source of information. But if the World Health Organization all of a sudden one day said, hey, it did come from the lab, they'll be like, oh yeah, look, we kind of knew that the whole time. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? After trying to shut everybody down from saying that, they're trying to keep people from saying that. So, you gotta, this is like, maybe it did come from a lab and, it's just, China's very secretive. Maybe they're trying to keep it under wraps, but whatever happened, it's spread now. Now we got to deal with this. I'm not talking about whether this is real or fake, because that's what the other conspiracy is about. I'm not even getting into that. I'm talking about just dealing with this now. Whether it came from a lab or not, we as a planet have to deal with this. And if we want to move on with life, we have to do what it takes to slow the spread, and for the greater good of each other and the country and the world, so we can get back to normal. But we keep fighting over masks and you're infringing on our rights and this, that, and the other. During the Spanish flu pandemic, they fined people. The U.S. government fined people if they didn't wear a mask. So you want to talk about unconstitutional? There's been so many unconstitutional things in our U.S. history that we just refuse to talk about, and we act like when something like this happens that it's all of a sudden some new thing. No, stuff like this has taken place before. So we have to get over that pretty quickly. So yeah, this is a very interesting story. Let me know what you guys think about it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, whenever you do it, however you do it, wherever you do it, just do it. It's your boy Red X Black. I will be back, and that's all I got. Peace.